The phantom treasure of Gasparilla. A fortune waiting? A name whispered in fear. Captain Jose Gaspar, known as Gasparilla. He was a pirate, a legend of the Gulf of Mexico. They say he amassed a fortune. Gold, silver, jewels beyond imagining. Over $400 million in today's money. Hidden somewhere, along Florida's wild coast. A treasure still waiting for someone brave enough or foolish enough to find it. The question haunts us. Is it real? This isn't just any pirate story, it's a legend steeped in mystery. For over 2 centuries, people have searched. They've dug. They've dived. They've followed cryptic maps. All for Gasparilla's lost loot. The allure is powerful. The promise of unimaginable wealth. The thrill of the unknown adventure. It calls out from the past. The story often begins with nobility. Jose Gaspar, a young Spanish naval officer, ambitious, skilled, and respected. He served King Charles III of Spain, a rising star in the Royal Armada. He had a promising future, a life of honor and duty, or so it seemed. But darkness lurked beneath the surface, a secret ambition, a thirst for more. Something went terribly wrong. Legend says a scandal erupted, a tale of forbidden love, perhaps a high-ranking courtier's wife, or a bitter political betrayal. Details are scarce, shrouded in time. Whatever the cause, Gaspar's career shattered. He was disgraced, outcast from Spanish society, his name tarnished, his future in the Navy gone. He faced a choice: fade into obscurity, or forge a new dangerous path. He chose danger. With a stolen ship, they say, and a crew of loyal renegades, Gaspar turned his back on Spain. Captain Gasparilla was no ordinary pirate. He was a master strategist, a cunning and ruthless leader. His name became a byword for terror across the vast Gulf of Mexico. For decades he supposedly ruled these waters, his flagship a fearsome sight, bristling with cannons, manned by a cutthroat crew. They struck without warning, vanished like ghosts, leaving devastation in their wake. His tactics were bold and brutally effective. He used his naval training to outmaneuver his victims. He knew the currents, the hidden coves, the best places to ambush. Merchant ships laden with goods were his primary targets. Gold from the New World, silver, spices, precious silks, all fell into his grasp. He built a reputation for leaving few survivors to tell the tale. This amplified the fear. Tales of his cruelty abound. The year was 1821, or so the legend claims. Gasparilla was an old man, weary of the pirate life. He decided on one last raid, a final massive score. Before retiring with his immense fortune, he gathered his fleet, his loyal band of buccaneers. They spotted a promising target, a rich British merchant ship. Or so they thought. It seemed too good to be true. And it was. The merchant ship was a trap. It was actually the USS Enterprise, a heavily armed American warship, disguised to lure pirates. The United States Navy was hunting for Gasparilla and his kind, determined to end their reign. The pirates sailed into the ambush. Cannons roared, wood splintered. The battle was fierce, desperate and bloody. Gasparilla fought like a lion, but the odds were against him. His ship, was battered. His crew decimated. Victory was impossible. Defeat was certain. But Gasparilla would not surrender. He would not be taken alive, to face a hangman's noose. Section 5. Echoes of Gold, the centuries-long hunt for Gaspar's hoard. With Gasparilla at the bottom of the Gulf, his legendary treasure remained hidden, or so the stories insisted. An immense fortune, buried in chests, scattered across remote islands or hidden in coastal caves. The exact location? Known only to Gaspar and perhaps a few trusted crewmen who likely met their own grim ends. The secret died with them mostly. The hunt began almost immediately, fueled by whispers and rumors. Tales from supposed former crew members like the aforementioned Juan Gomez. Fishermen, settlers, and adventurers all flocked to Florida's west coast, shovels and picks in hand. They searched Gasparilla Island, Sanibel Island, Captiva Island, any place linked to the pirate. Each tide brought fresh hope, each sunset, often disappointment. Section 6. Islands of mystery clues, dead ends, and broken dreams. Florida's Gulf Coast is a labyrinth, a maze of islands, inlets, and bayous, mangrove swamps, and dense forests. The perfect hiding place for pirate treasure. If you were a pirate like Gasparilla, this would be your playground, your bank vault. Places like Boca Grande, Usepa Island, Cayo Palau, each has its own Gasparilla legend, its own hopeful treasure hunters, digging into the past. Consider Gasparilla Island itself, named for the pirate, or so they say. For generations people have searched here, they've found artifacts, true, Native American relics, remnants of early fishing ranchos, even a few old Spanish coins. But the mother lode, the Pirate King's vast treasure, it remains stubbornly hidden. Section 7. The Gasparilla Enigma Fact, Fiction, or Floridian Folklore. Here's where the story takes a sharp turn. A twist worthy of a pirate tale itself. What if Jose Gaspar never existed? What if this fearsome pirate and his $400 million treasure are nothing more than a myth? Historians have scoured Spanish naval records, shipping logs, colonial archives. They find no mention of a Captain Jose Gaspar or his ship, the. This is a significant problem. The first written account of Gasparilla appears around the year 1900, in an advertising brochure for a Tampa Bay area hotel, the Boca Grande Hotel to be precise. The story was penned by a man named Pat Lemoyne. He was the hotel's publicist. Section 8. The Unquenchable Thirst. Why Pirate Legends Endure. So, is Gasparilla's treasure a real target, or just a tourist trap? The evidence leans heavily towards myth, a brilliant piece of folklore, crafted to enchant and entertain, and perhaps to sell hotel rooms. Yet does it really matter? The magic of these legends lies not just in their truth, but in their power to inspire, to ignite our imagination, to make us dream of adventure. Pirate stories tap into something deep within us, a longing for freedom, for rebellion against the mundane, a desire for untold riches found through daring and cunning. Figures like Blackbeard, Anne Bonny, Calico Jack, and yes, Gasparilla, they represent an escape from the rules and routines of everyday life. They are anti-heroes, living on their own terms, even if those terms are violent and ultimately self-destructive. The thrill of the treasure hunt itself is a powerful draw. The puzzle, the mystery, the possibility, however slim, of uncovering something extraordinary. It's about the journey, not just the destination.